Hello everyone and welcome to a mindful workout with a physical therapist. It's a TRX workout and we are doing planks and bridges. The idea of any plank is that always the bottom arc is where the body is active. So the bottom arc of any plank, front plank, side plank, but also the bridge where you push up, which is sort of like a back plank. The bottom side is where the body is working. So you have the anterior chain for any front plank, side chain, and the back in any kind of bridging pose. That's important for you to know, to pay attention and be mindful in your body. Let's get started. We are starting facing away from the anchor point, and we'll have the straps underneath our arms, underneath our armpits, and then step yourself back into a plank. So you already have a little bit of tension, a little bit of push activity in your shoulders, in your hands, and that will activate the front of the body. So your abs will be active. Try to lengthen your neck and connect the chin to the chest. You'll feel connection all the way down now to your navel, pubic bone, and then all the way down to your feet. And we're just gonna go into a squat and we're gonna push, and you'll feel your glutes too. You'll have to activate those voluntarily. And push and inhale and exhale. Your heels can be off. You're on the balls of the feet, strong feet, your toes spread out. Warming up the legs, warming up the core. Just a little push with your hands into the TRX. And then we're going to combine with a push up here and down and push. Warming up some arms and shoulders. Be mindful of the position of the shoulders. Positioning the ball in the socket, nicely centered. And then take your head, your face with you. And 4 more. Length through the whole body. 3, 2, and 1. And then go back into a halfway and just do small bend, extend. So you want to hold the position, so it's almost like a yoga chaturanga, where you've got a lot of activity in your triceps, in your shoulders, but also in the front. So anterior chain is active. Small bend, extend, little squats. Awareness in your feet, making sure you're on the big toe side of the ball of the foot. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And push away. And inhale, just holding on to the straps, walking forward a little bit. Exhale, rolling down. Taking a good stretch here. And then just bring it into a nice flat back. We just want to work into the back for a moment. I don't ever want to skip that just because it's so important to work the back extensors in any type of workout. Just some housekeeping, some brushing teeth. And fly. And inhale and exhale. Mobilizing, working back extensors and glutes. You'll feel your hamstrings. Feel your flat back. Important to be able to orient in the room. Know where your neutral flat back is. You want to support with your abs. Pull the shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then release and go down onto your knees. Put the feet in. And put your hands underneath your shoulders, the knees underneath your hip joint. Trying to find a good setup distance from the anchor point. And then inhale here. And exhale, lift your knees. And stay here, and then do little push-ups. So again, we got the whole anterior chain, the front of the body active. So you got your pecs, you got the abs, you got your quads. And you even want to make sure you got some neck flexors active too. 10, 9, close the ribs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, one arm underneath the other. Twisting, other side. And then turn around. Bring the feet in, the heels in. Take a moment to feel your sacrum. Feel the rib cage in the mat. The heels are already pressing down. You get some activity in the posterior chain now. Hamstrings, glutes, back extensors. Also lats, although you want to keep those sort of moderate so you're not pushing with your arms too much. Inhale. And then exhale, rolling up into a bridge. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, slowly rolling back. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly articulating your spine. It's a lot of work for the glutes. And back. You can press the feet together for a little more stability. And then try to open your shoulders and lengthen your neck, especially at the base of the skull. You want to create some room. Now lots of glutes. And lengthening down again. You want to work your abs, pull them in. We're also giving or gut a nice massage, a squeeze by mobilizing, by working our abs. We're supporting our lymphatic system by doing some inversions. So that's gonna help the flow back to the heart of all the fluids. We'll have 4 more. And 3. And last 2. And 1. Extend your legs and then bring your hips up here. Open and close, and again we have the whole backside active. You want to pull the abs in, but you have the main activity in the posterior chain still. So lots of hamstrings, glutes, back extensors. Pretty easy on the arms though. So the weight will be on the shoulders, on the shoulder blades. Open and close. If you've got your abductors as well, your gluteus medius for the opening and closing of the leg, or rather the opening of the legs is the gluteus medius, and then you got the gluteus maximus to actually stay up in the air. That's the big hip extensor. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it out for pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and swing right and left. Take that moment to be in the body, to just feel it. Feel the reaction of the exercise, but also the release, the blood flow. There's the vasoconstriction, so all the blood vessels are being compressed with the contraction of the muscles while you work, and then you let it go, you release the tension, and there's a rush of blood flow through the body. And then come back to the center and turn onto your right side. We'll have both feet in and ready to push up here and lift the free arm and inhale here and exhale, go underneath with a little pike and then open and underneath and open. So a little pull into that side. So now bottom side active, you'll feel side core on the right side. Five more. Stability in the bottom shoulder is important. 4, so you want that shoulder right above the elbow. 3, squeeze both butt cheeks. 2, and 1. Now bring the hand down to the other hand and just turn slightly towards the mat. And now you open and close and open and close. Refresh both shoulders and push that right elbow into the mat. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it open, little lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All fours. Cat stretch. And cow stretch. Activity is in the front of the body. Mobilizing your back. Articulating your spine. One more time. And then let's switch to the other side. Extending both legs. Free arm. Reaching up to the ceiling. You want to be centered here. Shoulder right above the elbow. And inhale. And then exhale, go under with that little pull of the TRX in and towards you. Squeezing your butt cheeks. We have 5 more. Last 2. And then place the hand next to the other one, slightly twisting. So you got some support with that right hand now, pressing the elbow down into the mat and open. So now side core on the left, but also a little bit towards the front because you're twisting slightly. So that's how you can target more of the obliques. So really use gravity, use your sense of orientation to know where you're working. Then we have 10, 9, 8, awareness in the legs, 7, glutes and abs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 to hold it open, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now sit yourself back into a nice child pose, relaxing the forehead down into the mat. Opening your shoulders, stretching out your arms, stretching out the whole spine. Enjoy. And then out of the TRX. And we're gonna scoot back. We're gonna have the feet on the floor where it's stable. And inhale here. And exhale now. We do a bridge-like push-up and then a bicep curl. And I'm gonna tap down. So this is bridge and bicep curl. Tap down, bridge. You got your glutes, you got the whole backside, but then also the biceps. And push, making sure your core is active here. so you don't just push through your back. We'll try 3 more after this. Glutes, backside. Last 2. Pull those abs in. Pelvic floor lift. Strong abdominal wall. And release. And take a stretch here on your feet. Rolling up. And we're going to shorten the TRX to a mid-thigh length. And we're going to go back down into that bridge situation, but this time we'll be rowing. So holding on to the TRX with your palms facing each other, the feet together now. You're pretty much underneath or close to the anchor point depending on your mount. And then inhale and then push up and row. And tap down. Push, row. Tap down. Push, row. Tap down. So a little more flow. I'm sliding a little bit, but be careful. Pressing the feet down into the ground. And we got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then release for a moment. Bring the soles of the feet together and relax over your legs, releasing your neck. There's a lot of neck work here. So that's when the anterior chain also mixes in. So in that position, you got the whole backside pushing through that bridge. But then to not lose the head, you'll need a lot of neck flexors, which they are so important for your everyday life because we're lengthening in the front, we're shortening in the back, and we want to do the opposite to keep the length through the neck. All right, now, for this one, the arms are just staying here, and we're only just going to push through the butt, and just going up, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Neck flexors need a break and you want to lengthen at the base of the skull. If the neck flexors are feeling weak, you'll contract in the back. That's how it's all linked, so you need to stretch out and give your neck flexors another chance to go stronger. And then for this one, I'm going to have my feet on the floor and we're going to push our pelvis up into the bridge again. So we'll have lots of glutes, back extensors, hamstrings. Try to have the main effort in the glutes. And then we'll just row. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Extend the legs forward. Take a stretch. We got one more set of 10, and we'll do a wide row. So this time the elbows will pull out wide. in a shoulder line. So you push your pelvis up, feel that bridge, backside active. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Straddle your legs now and reach forward. So we got that one too. Some inside thighs along the way. Releasing your head, your neck, your shoulders. And coming up to put the TRX back into a mid calf length. Now for this one, I am going to take my mat away, so we're not gonna have any accidents sliding away. We're gonna go back to where we started, but a little more dynamic. So we have the TRX underneath our armpits, walking back. So now you can go a little further back, a little more flat plank, which makes it more intense to stabilize against gravity. And we're gonna go into a squat and extend. So that's just how we started. But now we're gonna take it further into a little cardio move. Jump, 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 jump. Stabilizing your head, working your shoulders, working the front of the body for stability. Strengthen the legs. Speed it up a little bit. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Push the hands into the TRX. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And walking forward. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Taking the stretch. You also want to stretch out your hamstrings, back of the legs. Just do a little work in the bridge. And then slowly coming back. Now into a wide plank for some chest presses. So you want to walk back, maybe lengthen the TRX even more. Pulling your face away from the floor, activating your glutes. Inhale. Bend the elbows and then push away. Working glutes. You again want to activate them voluntarily so that you're not hanging into the hips and it's not all just the front of the body, so that's support. Otherwise, hold anterior chain. Front of the body active. Now max it out here with those chest presses. You want to work your pecs. You want to work the front of the shoulder, but also close the ribs and the abs, the fibers towards the midline. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pull your face back, 2, and 1. And just walk forward a little bit so you can extend your arms forward. And then roll yourself up and bring the straps back underneath your shoulders. This time, we'll have the left foot forward, right foot back. So as sprinters, start here, lengthen through the body, all the way up to the top of the head, and then we're gonna pull. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now with a jump, hop, hop. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in that sprinter start. Just take a breather, lengthen, recalibrate. And we'll do 10 more. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Shake it out. Breathe. And then we'll switch to the other side. Left leg back, lengthen. Got a nice stretch here. Make sure you're in front of your anchor point, nicely lined up. Abs are on, pelvic floor is on. And we'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, push into the TRX, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And jump, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breather. Recalibrate, lengthen, be present. Take a breath. And then go for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, shake it out. And we're going to go back to the push-up situation. And we're going to keep the left arm extended now. So just the right arm bending. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, keep your face away from the floor. 7, abs on. 6, glutes on to support. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your pelvis back and take a stretch. And then walk forward and take your straps underneath the shoulders one more time. And we'll have 10 of those jumps, catapulting our bodies forward. Inhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And I'll take my mat back. Depending on your setting, you can get organized. And we'll be on our knees, facing away from the anchor point. So we'll still have the interior chain active. Whole front of the body, zipping up, and then we'll add the tricep extension. So we have sort of a plank here. Let's take it a little further and then lean in. So in here, you're pushing your hands into the TRX. You got the triceps, but also the whole front of the body. And you'll realize that almost anything with the TRX is relating to some sort of a plank, if you understand the principle of it. And you can work that, you can use it, and gain a lot of awareness of the changing activities in your body. Now you want to make sure your hips are straight and your abs are on, really on. Your pelvic floor is supporting. So there's no dips, no movement in the lower back, no pressure, no tightness there. So keep the length in the back, the shortness in the front. And then we'll do 10 fast ones because we got it all together. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. And almost like a little break, we're just gonna throw in some abs. The hands behind the head. Inhale. And let's go into bicycle crunches, moving through the body. Some blood flow, but also some good ab work. I'm gonna go back onto the forearms, back into the planks in a minute. Breathe through it, and then take it a notch further and tap and tap and tap and tap. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Open the arms, let the legs go side to side. Really open the arms. Be with the pecs, with your sternum, with your neck too. You want to lengthen, to really let the weight of the upper body and the arms and the head drop into the mat, into the floor, into the ground. And release. And let's just add on 20 hip presses before we move onto our forearms. Inhale and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. Deep inhale, fill your body with air, with fresh oxygen. Release all the used up air. Inhale, let the air circulate through the body. Exhale. One more time. And then pull your knees into your chest and roll over. We're not going to wind down just yet. Bring the feet into the TRX. On the forearms. So definitely switching to the anterior chain now. Be ready to pike up from that bent situation in the knees. Inhale, we're going to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a break or do another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take the feet out, and because I'm not quite trusting my mat to stay in place, I'm gonna be on the floor for this one. Some fun stuff coming up. Bring the feet in, facing the anchor point. And yes, you can do this with a wall-mounted setup too. Maybe even pressing the head into the wall to start if you're worried about stability. Your hands stable on the floor, and now we're going to push up, and we're even going to walk ourselves back into almost a handstand, and then bend and extend, and bend and extend. And 10, 9, 8, still anterior chain, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then walk back decently and release out of the TRX. And I'll take my mat back. And then just for a stretch, reach the arms forward. See yourself back, maybe a little wider, just for you to have space in the hip joints. And stretch out your shoulders, your neck. And then just bring the left leg forward, reach it forward. Maybe even pushing through the back leg. And come back. Other leg, reaching forward. Maybe even pushing through. And come back. And then into a cross-legged. Just feeling your sit bones pressing down now. Feeling the length through the spine all the way up to the top of the head, the shoulders open. And I hope you really felt those changing activities in the different planks all the way around. And take the arms all the way up and inhale. And bring the palms together and slide down through the midline, feeling strong and centered. And you're all done. Thank you so much for joining. If you like this workout, please consider supporting my channel by hitting the new Super Thanks button below. Any contribution is highly appreciated.